Hi everyone and welcome to season 2. I'm Tanya.
I'm Tracy and this is Bailey.
And this is Bailey and this is 2 cups of tea and a packet of biscuits. So on today's episode, and a welcome back to our new season and hopefully some followers and a new audience. We've changed our sets.
Yep.
We've just moved somewhere else.
We've swapped places as well.
We have swapped places. We might do that a few times, so you'll never know where we're sitting. And we wanted to do a couple of episodes on you guys getting to know us a bit better. So for this one, you're asking me questions. So get to know Tanya episode. So welcome.
So I'm quite excited for this because I've picked some questions that will let me get to know you as well as the audience.
Wow. Okay. So you're diving straight in then.
I'm diving straight in. You ready?
I'm ready. Hit me with it.
Question number 1. Let's start off on a serious note.
Okay.
Would you rather fight 1 duck the size of a horse or 100 horses the size of a duck?
What kind of question is this? Okay. 1 duck the size of a horse or I would say 100 horses in the size of a duck.
Because
I'm taller than them and I can maybe stamp on them.
Okay. Interesting.
A duck the size of a horse would eat my head.
Okay.
But yeah, there you go.
Okay.
That's the answer to that question. Don't know how you got to know me better from it, but let's...
I was going to say, now I understand you a lot more.
Okay.
Okay. Question number 2. What's the funniest thing you believed as a child?
Oh, I do have one. So I remember I was probably 5 or 6 and I had a toy doll, and I wasn't really into dolls. I was quite a tomboy when I was growing up. But my parents were doing something in the house and I was sat there cutting my doll's hair. And my mum came in and she was like, oh my god, what are you doing? Why are you cutting the doll's hair, the poor doll? And I was like, don't worry mum, it will absolutely grow back. And to this day I'm convinced her hair will grow back. I don't think I've still got that doll in the loft or anything, but it never grew back. But I 100% believed that hair would grow back.
Funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 3, I think you'll like this. If you were a character in a sitcom, who would you be and why?
In a sitcom, so you know my sitcom is Friends, huge Friends fan. Who would I be in it? So I always thought growing up I was like Monica. Because I can be a bit of a control freak at times.
Okay.
I'm a clean freak. Like I am and I'm not. When I don't know if you noticed this when we're on holiday, but I hate when you go to someone else's house and it's dirty. Like if there's even a stain on the kitchen, I was wiping it at every point because I was like, ugh, yuck.
Yeah.
In my own house, I don't think I'm like that because I think it's your own mess and it's your own filth. And you're just like, whatever. Yeah. So I always thought growing up I was a little bit of a Monica from Friends. However, one of my friends said she thought I was more of a Rachel, which I didn't think I was.
Okay.
I still don't see it to this day, but I think it would be one of the two or a combination of the two.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Oh, that's tough. I think, and I use this word a lot, I think empathetic. I feel like I feel other people's feelings. So if someone's feeling really sad, I'm a mood absorber, so I can absorb someone's mood quite easily. So I guess that kind of role plays into being empathetic because you feel that person's feelings, and in a way, if I could help, I would.
Yeah.
2 other words. I would say I'm a good listener. I always like to listen to people's stories. I'm always interested in them. So I would say good listener. And maybe the 3rd one is... I think I'm funny, but I think other people wouldn't agree and they laugh at me and not with me. But yeah, I think I'm funny. The fact that Trace is laughing at me now makes me think maybe I'm not. But
yeah, so empathetic, good listener, and funny.
Yeah,
I like that. Okay, question number 5. If you could live in a fictional world, where would it be? Do you remember I said I like the questions I'm asking you?
Yeah, I know, because these are not my...
Yeah.
I don't think I would live in a fictional world. I would live in a different country. I wouldn't live in a fictional world. I don't...
There's nothing from a movie or a book that you've read and you think, oh, I'd love to immerse myself in that.
Like, as fiction, I'm not really a fiction fan. I mean, I like Marvel, I like Star Wars, I do like those kind of films, but would I want to have lived in those?
In outer space?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's... No. Okay. Yeah. Not
That's really interesting. Okay. Question number 6. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'm a morning person. I hate that I'm a morning person. It's like an automatic thing. I think the older I've gotten, you know, when you're younger you could sleep till lunchtime, or sometimes you could sleep all day and then stay up late at night.
Yeah.
I think the older I've gotten I can't do that. So that is not a me thing anymore. I feel like I automatically wake up early and I get more things done.
Right.
I can set a list, I can get the things done. By afternoon is where I slack.
Okay.
And that's when maybe more of my like, I read this thing about, I don't think this is the kind of person I am. There is a thing around the amount of hours you sleep and the times you sleep to the person you are in the day.
Oh, okay.
And what I read according to me is like my best creative time is in the afternoon, which it is. I can't do anything creative in the morning, just doesn't happen. I've tried, I can't do it.
Yeah.
But in an afternoon to an evening, I could be creative till midnight or whatever time, like whether it's editing, anything.
Yeah.
But I can't do it in the day.
That's really interesting. I've not heard of that.
Yeah, so I'm definitely a morning person. By 9 o'clock I need my sleep. I'm a grandma.
Okay. Guilty pleasure TV show or movie, what is it?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's hard. I think it's a bit of both. I can't choose one or the other.
No, so, okay, why don't you tell me your guilty pleasure TV show and then tell me
Oh, okay.
guilty pleasure movie.
So guilty pleasure is something I wouldn't completely enjoy?
No, that you wouldn't really admit to anyone.
Oh.
So you're admitting to everyone.
Oh. Do I have one? I don't think of any of them as guilty pleasures. I'm open about the fact that I like reality TV shows like Love is Blind, Married at First Sight, all that nonsense. And film wise, no, I'm pretty I watch the crappy horrors and the thrillers, and
There's no shame.
There's no shame. I'll openly hold myself to those. I like every kind of, anything that engages my mind is something that I like.
Okay, cool. Okay, question 8. What's one thing on your bucket list that might surprise people?
Bucket list.
Oh, Bailey.
Have you got something on your bucket list? Does Bailey have something on the bucket list? Did you want to tell me? Yeah, you could tell me. Good girl. Okay.
What is on my bucket list? Sorry, ask the question again.
What's one thing on your bucket list that might surprise people?
Gosh, I can't even think what's on my bucket list. I've always wanted to have more than one business. I guess one of them being something that's related to a charity. I don't feel like that's something that people would know.
Surprised? Oh.
Yeah, I guess I'd be a bit surprised. I guess when people talk about running a business, it's always to make money. But for me, I'm such an animal person that wouldn't be the one thing I wouldn't want money for.
Yeah.
And I think, for me it's animals over humans, to be honest. No offense to anyone who knows me, but it is. And yeah, I would love to go to Sri Lanka, and I've told you this, but I haven't told many people this, but I would love to go to Sri Lanka and open up an animal shelter like the RSPCA and run that, and take all the cats and dogs in, and do something similar here with a different idea that I've had, but revolves around animals. So I guess that does surprise people. I think if you didn't know me, you probably wouldn't know I was a huge animal lover and stuff, like, because I don't really share that side, but yeah, I love spending time with my animals, so
it's really nice. Okay, I've got a couple more questions. Okay, so this is the penultimate one. Okay. Question 9. What's one adventure or skill you've never tried but secretly want to?
Ooh, I do know this. A skill is more of an adventure. It's not. What was it?
An adventure or skill.
Okay.
Or both.
Adventure would be, is it paragliding where you're tied to the boat and you've got a parachute on the back and you lift up when the boat moves?
That's not paragliding, that is something else.
Parasailing?
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that. So I've always wanted to do that. I don't think I realised this when I was young, because when I was younger I was a bit of a wimp. And I blame that on my parents. Because my mum is such a worrywart, and I think I encapsulated a lot of that growing up. And I think then life experiences and heartbreak and all those kind of things made me become a bit more of a thrill seeker.
Okay.
So I think that adrenaline is a rush that I really like. And I think it's the nerves of up to the point of doing it and then the sense of achievement that I actually went and did it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is one thing. I love water, but I don't love water. So it's like, I don't like deep water. I don't like the fact my feet can't reach the bottom of the floor. So that would scare me to do it, because obviously you have to get in the sea to go up.
Yeah.
However, you've got a life jacket. And heights, I'm not scared of height. I would never jump out of a plane. But again, that feeling of weightlessness does freak me out a little bit.
Yeah.
But I would do it because I'm like, it's something that seems so exciting, and I could imagine I'd feel really amazing after.
Yeah.
That's my...
Oh, that's very cool. Very cool. And last question, okay? I don't know how you're going to feel about this one.
Oh God, okay.
You have to answer it. You can't get out of this. Okay. You get to try time travel to any era. Where do you go, and what's the first thing you do?
Can it be in the future?
Any era. Time traveling.
I'd like to time travel to possibly, let's say, 5 years time. And the first thing I'd want to do is see what my life is like.
Okay.
I don't know. I do live in the moment, but I don't think I live in the moment enough. I think I look more in the future. I sometimes do live in the past a bit. Like I hold on to something because I want to change it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not someone about going into the past. Like, the mistakes have been done, life has happened. I don't want to change it because I can't.
Yeah.
And I can never foresee how those things would change anyway for a better.
Yeah.
So I would like to see in the future to see where's our business going to go, like, all those kind of things. So yeah.
Can I just tell you, because I chose that question because...
You wanted to answer it?
Yeah. I want to go see the dinosaurs.
Okay.
Yeah. And the first thing I would do is go and spy on some dinosaurs.
Just shows how different we are, doesn't it, really? None of it really relates to you. None of my answers would be anything near yours. And I feel like my questions in the next episode are not as light-hearted as that. But anyway.
Well, thank you so much for answering all those questions. I think
Thank you for asking.
Open and honest about them. And I definitely learnt a lot about you through them, so I hope you guys have too.
Thank you. Well, you can catch us on Spotify and on YouTube and Apple Podcast, and we're excited for our next episode because that will be Trace's turn to answer the questions. So you've been watching 2 cups of tea and a packet of biscuits.